Live from room 432 in Studio B, it's the Transfer Deadline Day special, Golazo! Here's Jake Mannion!
Fuck all. In all seriousness, while Deadline Day may have been one of the most boring ones I can remember, there were still one or two interesting moves. For starters, we saw something that seemed nearly impossible only a few weeks ago. A transfer event so unbelievable that it made Leicester win the league seem like a given. Newcastle actually spent money. And no, not just any money. They broke their 14-year-old transfer record by spending £20 million on Man United's Miguel Almiron, a 24-year-old Paraguayan attacking midfielder who's been one of the best players in MLS since joining Atlanta in 2017. He totaled a pretty outstanding 22 goals and 30 assists in 68 appearances. He formed a formidable partnership with last season's MVP, Joseph Martinez. If he can form anywhere close to a connection as brilliant as the one he had with Martinez while on Tyneside, Newcastle fans will have a lot to be happy about with the signing. And he comes with a winning pedigree as well after having just won the 2018 MLS Cup. While Newcastle had quite an eventful deadline day, some teams had a somewhat mixed deadline day, we'll say. This is definitely the case at Arsenal as they started the day announcing the signing of Denis Suarez on loan from Barcelona with an option to make him permanent in the summer. Unai Emery is quite familiar with Suarez as he's part of a Sevilla side which won the 2014-15 Europa League. He moved to Sevilla from Barcelona as part of a move which sent Ivan Rakitic the other way. He's also no stranger to England though, having moved to Manchester City in 2011 before initially joining Barcelona in 2013. Whilst he did make a senior appearance during that time for City, he did win the club's Young Player of the Year award in 2012. Overall, Arsenal look to have made quite a good signing here by bringing someone who knows Emery's system in and out. However, they did end their deadline day with quite possibly the most dull moment of deadline day this year. Corey got so bored, he started talking about the birds which had made themselves quite at home underneath the pitch heaters. If you guys don't know, Premier League clubs, they bring in these massive light fixtures things, which basically works like an artificial sun so the grass keeps growing overnight. It's really smart in a way. Also, I'm sad I knew that. Also, honestly, if that whole story doesn't sum up how boring January's 2019 deadline day was, I genuinely don't know what does. Throughout the course of deadline day, only one man provided the semblance of unpredictable excitement that we get on most deadline days. That man was the Batman himself, Michy Batshuayi. He started the day being recalled by Chelsea from his loan spell at Valencia, which made perfect sense because he barely fucking played. Which is quite upsetting because I do like Batshuayi as a player. I think he's great. But this move, yeah, it made sense a lot. Game time. It was generally understood that he would be going right back out on loan though, this time to a club in the Premier League. Fast forward to about 2 hours left until the deadline hits, and he's still not moved. This isn't due to lack of suitors though, as up to 4 clubs were linked with him at a moment on deadline day. These clubs were Everton, club which really didn't seem like they need him because Richarlison has been fantastic this year. West Ham, a club who have been desperate for its striker since Carlos Tevez left in 2007. And Tottenham, which had no fucking chance of getting him because it's Tottenham. And last but not least, the club that he did eventually sign for was Crystal Palace. They've been desperate for a solid striker up top in recent years. They've barely stayed with relegation. The goals of Wilfried Zaha, and Batshuayi looks like the perfect fit there. He did reject them once though, in 2016 when he did initially move to Stamford Bridge. He rejected them in favor of going there, and I genuinely can only see his loan going well for him. He only played 32 games for Chelsea between the 2016-17 and the 2017-18 season. He scored 7 times for Chelsea in that whole period. He seemed that he was also just trying to adjust well to the EPL. He did score the title-winning goal in the 2016-17 season, which was great for him. But yeah, again, most of his appearances were on the bench those 2 seasons. So when he does start, which we saw his loan Dortmund last season as a replacement for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, he's fantastic. He had 7 goals in 10 games in the Bundesliga, but his loan was obviously cut short due to an injury, which required him to go back to London to get that hole dealt with. And he was fit at the beginning of the season, went right back out, played World Cup, did alright at the World Cup, went to Valencia, hasn't been great. I think he's only got 1 goal this year. And genuinely, I think, for a team like Palace, who need strikers, obviously, they've barely had anyone good for years, think at the beginning of the season they signed Jordan Ayew, and Connor Wickham's always been there, and Christian Benteke has been there for a while, but he's been crap there. This move made a lot of sense for me. It was definitely a no-brainer for them since they were offered it. And I'm personally just happy to see him back playing in the Premier League because he's genuinely one of my favorite players to watch when he's playing well. And hopefully this works out well for him. And that's it for this special January Deadline Day episode of Golazo, which is coming on the Monday afterwards. Which of these big moves from Deadline Day do you think will turn out the best? Vote in the poll above to let me know. And with that, I hope everyone has a great week and I hope you're looking forward to the next episode